everybody, it's Sharon here. Welcome back to my channel for those who are returning, and welcome to any new subscribers that may be visiting for the first time. So I wanted to do a quick creates video with you all today. This is something that I first saw on Gayle Agostinelli's channel, and I don't remember what she called it, but I'm calling it Collage Journal Pages. And I believe she got the idea from a friend who created a Montana journal for her. And I believe the lady's name was Cindy, but I apologize if I've got that wrong. If you are interested in finding out more from Gayle's channel, if you search on YouTube, Gayle Agostinelli Montana journal, you should find the video that I first saw these in. So I've got some A4 tea stain papers here, and my plan is just to create one on camera. So I love to work with A5 size journals. They seem to be my favorite go-to for a journal page, and so that's what I'm going to do this as. And I have my scraps here, so I've got my itty bitty scraps in here that we used when we did our clusters. And I also have this tray of scrap papers from my mass making ephemera for JunkWithSteph, my major design team project, which is a continuing project. And I don't know which way I want to go. I'm going to have a look in here and see what I have. After slightly larger pieces, they don't need to be too large. Even something like that is fine. That. This is not JunkWithSteph. I'm trying to remember who that is. I'll have to pop it on the screen for you because off the top of my head I cannot think. Everything else in here is JunkWithSteph except for that particular pattern paper. That could be really fun on here actually. Okay, I think that's plenty. And I didn't know that I would have enough scraps in that little container. So basically I'm just collaging a border or frame around the outside of my journal page. Now I have decided to go ahead and ink as I go. Personal preference. You don't have to, and I know that the papers that I've seen Gayle create, she hasn't. She's simply glued them down and then inked around afterwards, and I did consider that, but I do love the inked look, so I'm going to take that little bit of extra time to create that look. And I do have my tear ruler here, so although I'm collaging, I could use the whole piece of that, but I would like to have slightly smaller papers with a little bit more variety of pattern on them, just to break things up. Not quite hitting the edge of the paper, but that's okay. I think that would be really pretty down here. Going to tear it about there, but I would like it to be straight. Or relatively straight. I think I will tear that here as well. Oh, actually, I'm going to tear it this way. Okay. So I hope you're all fabulous. I wanted to make a few of these, and I decided it would be a really fun a fun little quick creates video for you that I could do one on camera and then continue on and make some more off camera and just show you at the end. I'm really enjoying these quick creates. Actually, I might need to put that on this side because of where the butterflies are cut. I think it would fare better on that side. I'd be interested to know if you're enjoying these quick creates videos. I'm enjoying making them. I just hope that the fact that I still feel guilty for not crafting with you, so when I do the rest off camera, I get an attack of the guilts. So I'd be interested to know if me doing it in that style is working for you or not. I'd love to hear from you to know what you think. I still have some crafting resources on my desk to my left that I shared in my last collecting and gathering video. I need to organise to put those away. Oops, I put that the wrong way around because my inking is on the wrong side. There we go. And so I did that there too, and I didn't realise. Whoopsie. See if I can. Not perfect, but it's okay. Actually, that might be the one there. Yes, I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are. I kind of do these sorts of things in a mass making way. So when I do them, I create a few at a time. And that was what led me to think that maybe I've done it again. Oh my goodness, I cannot talk and craft at the same time. I kind of do them in a mass making format. So if I make one, I make a few. And I kind of figured that it's probably enough to show you what I'm doing and then go ahead and do it and show you the results. But I don't really know whether that's what you would prefer or whether you'd actually rather just craft along with me, which I'm also happy to do. It doesn't worry me. The quick creates videos are, because they're shorter too, they're easier to do and upload kind of on a daily basis rather than every couple of days or whatever, because there's a lot less editing and obviously a lot less time to upload. Not that that's a huge issue for me here, because I can kind of set and forget. I set it to upload and walk away and come back when it's done. But the time factor of not having to edit a whole video, or an hour-long video rather, does make a big difference. I'm using the very end of my glue stick here. It's one that's, I was in the middle of a video and it was getting low and I set it to the side and thought I'll use it later. I didn't want to be worrying too much about it. And I haven't used it. It's been sitting there, and I went to turn the camera on to do this project and I was like, I just need to use that up and get it off my desk. Don't feel like that's right for there. Maybe I can use that there. Oops, wrong side. Goodness me. So we've almost finished our first page. So effectively I'm going to collage 2 sides, so 2 A5 sides, and the other 2 I will leave as journaling space. And it really is a bit of a fun way to use the papers and end up with a really pretty journaling page, and it's also a great scrap buster. If you have lots of scrap papers, I might go with that there. Lots of scrap papers piling up, it's a great way to use them, and you end up with something really, really pretty to pop into your journal. Whoops, sticky fingers. Okay, so that's one of my pages, and then I'm going to leave this one blank because when it's in a journal they will be together, and then I'm going to collage this one and leave the back blank for journaling. Okay, so I'm going to pop that down there. I might get a new blue page. That one's very tacky. Oh, I just suddenly went, oh, I feel like there was something I wanted to show you at the beginning of this video, and now I can't remember what it was. Something we talked about in one of my previous videos. Trying to give myself clues. I have no idea. Goodness me. I got sidetracked. I went to start and then got sidetracked and had something I had to go and do before I could actually get started on this video. So I've forgotten in the meantime. Goodness me, what was it? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Whoops. The glue stick fell over. Just checking my fold. Might pop that right across there. I wish I could remember. I have a feeling it might have been my ephemera, my cluster booklet, which has effectively been sitting on my shelf overnight, or probably for at least 24 hours since my last video. I think I was just going to show you how that was looking, whether my clusters were still attached inside or not, because I actually haven't looked. I might trim that, I think. I haven't actually looked at it since we did those clusters together either, so I'll do that at the end of the video. Keep watching this space if you'd like to see. I think I'm going to go close to using up all of the scraps that I took out for this page, which is exciting. Oops. My glue usually slides really easily, but it's not today. It's kind of laughing at me going, "You can't make me." I think I want that. No, I feel like the orange is giving that a little bit of balance, so I might pop that down there. And I forgot to ink. May need to trim that slightly as well. I like the idea of this piece down here. Might just change the height of that. And actually this little piece might be big enough to fill that spot there. Into ink. Whoops, wrong edge. This old glue stick is really tacky. It's making my fingers very tacky. Kind of liking how that grounds. Now I feel like that piece needs to be over here just to offer that balance. So I might pop that over there, I think, which doesn't really help me out for that little spot. In hindsight, I probably could have, should have maybe waited, but never mind. You know the saying, it'll all work out in the wash. Okay, I like the balance that gives. Do I like that there? I'm not sure about that one. Let me see what else I have. Take a peek in here. That's fun. I just wish it was oh, that's really fun. Goes this way. I'm just going to straighten that a little bit. Oops. Haven't given myself enough room. I did say quick creates, didn't I? Has anybody else ever done that? That's not the first time that's happened to me, I must say. It didn't sound good. Oh my goodness. Laughter is good for the soul, even if it's at yourself. Okay. I'm still smiling. Okay, now I feel like I could bring, I just spotted this floral. Maybe not. I don't really want to use these couple on the top there on matte photo paper, so I feel like they're a little bit too heavy to be using in this collage process. I like that little pop of green. Okay, that is the end of that glue stick. Which is fabulous because I've almost created a whole page from what was left and it gets it off my desk. Like that. Okay. It's not quite wide enough. That would have been really good otherwise. That's kind of working for me, believe it or not. So, pop that aside. I might turn this around this way. Just need to see where that finishes and see if I'm happy with I don't think I want to do the whole thing in that, so say about there. Using scraps or making scraps to use scraps, using scraps to make scraps. I'm not really sure which way around that should go, but that's what I'm doing. Using them and making them all at the same time. Kind of goes with the territory. I've inked the wrong end. See, there is a dilemma in inking because it adds another little element. But I do like the way it looks when it's inked. Maybe that can go in there. Or that little piece fit? Not quite. Seemed like a good idea at the time. I wonder if I have got a little piece in here that will fit though, rather than creating more smaller pieces. But I do like that, so I'm going to use that. Okay. Oops, I'm stuck. And that is our last piece. I've ended up with a little bit of ink or something on there, I think. Could be from the tea staining. So I really love that. And I'm just going to ink all the way around. I won't do the backs of the pages now, but I would normally do the backs of the pages, as in this part of the page. I'll just do the part that I've collaged for the sake of the video. Okay, I may just get my bone folder. Give that a really good burnish. I am going to trim that. I did consider it when I was inking. That's better. Okay, so that is my quick create for today's video. As I said, I want to make a few of these, so I will be doing more off camera. It may mean making smaller scraps from my larger scraps in my basket here. I'm okay with that, but it is a really great scrap buster. And because you're using papers that are scraps from the papers that you're using from perhaps the journal that you're creating, they'll all work in unison really, really beautifully. So I just think that that will be a beautiful pop. So I'd like to thank Gayle Agostinelli so much for sharing her ideas and her creativity with us, and to her friend, I do believe her friend's name was Cindy, and I apologize if I've got that wrong. But it was Gayle's friend who created the beautiful Montana journal for her, who Gayle first saw this idea from, and that was how I came to see it. So thank you so much. Oh, before I go, see if I can get my book out. So this is my little snippet book that we created our snippets in. Oh, here we go. So they have been sitting there at least 24 hours and they still look like they're quite attached. My tape looks like it's quite attached. So that's probably what I was most concerned about, was whether that tape would end up looking like it was lifting. But so far so good. I haven't made any more at this stage, just that one page that we did on camera. So that makes me really happy. And when I put this together, if I just sort of choose the side that doesn't have fabric poking out, I can kind of get it to sit okay to pop on the shelf. So I've sit it on the shelf on its side like that, and it seems to store really, really well. Okay, so back to our quick creates. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you've enjoyed this, and please keep watching until the end of the video because I am planning on making more, so I will share those with you at the end. Okay, please everybody, stay inspired, stay safe, and happy crafting. I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.